Yes. So I am hoping that you can come in, those women in their 40s, 50s, come in and get your pap smear done. Now, a lot of women say, oh, me, I'm not in life anymore. I'm not doing enough. That's not what the pap smear is there for. The pap smear is for cancer screening for cervical cancer. And I want you to be mindful of all of that. Yes? So if you go and you come to the wellness center, you can ask your question. There might be nurses you are more comfortable than the other. You can ask which center, which nurse is at. You have that option. They would have loved for you to be at your own center, but at the same time, it all boils down to being comfortable. So you can come to all our nearest wellness center and ask on the days that they're offering cancer screening for you to do your pap smear, especially our older women. Yeah? So I'm hoping that I'll see a few persons coming in and taking care of their health. And all of that is free of charge. So I do not know what persons are. It's the fear of other people's experience. And I'm saying to you, not everybody experience is the same. So some of you might say you got so much discomfort for a whole week, you were uncomfortable down there, and so on. These things happen sometimes. But think about if you have cancer, how long will you be uncomfortable down there? How long, if you don't detect it early, there is that level of pain and discomfort? So a 1 day discomfort or inconvenience, a 1 week discomfort or inconvenience is nothing compared to having cancer, or they did not detect it early and you have to go for treatment and so on. So think about these things. Yeah? A lot of women say for the mammogram, oh, it's squeezy. Of course, you'll feel a little pressure. Of course, you'll feel a little discomfort, but that's just temporary. Yes? So take some time and come in and ask our nurses. Now, the other thing I want to talk about under the UHC is the colorectal cancer screening. And it is recommended that once you pass the age of 40 years old, for both men and women, you're supposed to do the colonoscopy. Now, a lot of people are skeptical, and I know the reason why. And people feel that they are being, but it is the best way to prevent colon cancer. That is early intervention. If they find anything in the intestines, measures can be taken there are times right away. Now, I want you to understand that. Once you pass the age of 40, or you have anybody with colon cancer in the family, automatically you become at high risk. So you have to do it. It's a matter of choice, but it might be the best choice ever. Now, if you have an issue or you have a family member with colon cancer, You can come to our wellness center, speak to the doctor, and they'll make the recommendations to see the doctor, a specialist at Soufriere Hospital, and they will take it from there. And they will guide you. And it's free of charge. I think that test, you have to do it in Castries, but there's nothing wrong in going to Castries, is it? So when you speak to the doctor will guide you accordingly. Now, I want us to be mindful of all of that. Now, one of the things it says is the single biggest modifiable risk factor for colorectal cancer is the failure to be screened. Yes, that's something you can avoid. That's a cancer if you get tested very early, you do the test, you do the procedure, intervention can be done very early. And I'm planning to get one. I'm not lying to tell you, I'm planning to get one. But honestly, like you, I myself, when I went through the training, when Dr. St. Rose was talking about the procedure, I had to tighten up myself. I could actually feel. And that is the bad thing about it. And I felt the man was violating every part of my body when he spoke about the procedure. And that is, let me tell you, I can tell you, if you have to think of the procedure itself, you will not go. But it is the best thing to do at this point. And it's offered free of charge. So I want persons to think of all of these things. Ask yourself, what is colon cancer? Do I have any signs of colon cancer? What are the risks of getting colon cancer? And at what age is it recommended to get tested? And that's one of the things I want you to think about. I'm not going to speak about colon cancer. And I want you to think about all of that. And it's free of charge. All you might have to pay is your transport or food. And on that day, you cannot eat anyways. Under discomfort. But the doctor will explain all of that to you. And I want persons to understand. These are exams, tests, procedures that you need to do when you reach a particular age. And it's being offered free of charge. And why do you think that all of a sudden they're offering all these tests free of charge? You know why? Because our numbers have been going up with these types of cancers. And I remember in our training, one of the educators that were there, she said that her brother was diagnosed when he was in his 20s. And that's not the norm. And since then, she has been doing the procedure as prescribed by her doctor. Now, I took me in and watched her. Girl, you didn't hear what the doctor said a while ago? The procedure, and you're telling me? And said she has been doing it because the fact that 2 persons in her family have been having issues, and so therefore it's a must that she does it. So I want you to understand all of that. You have to make up your mind what is best for you, your health. And there are things that if you don't have to pay for it, it's free of charge. It's best that you do it now before it's too late. Now, everybody says, is there a catch to that? No catch. The catch to it is that you're taking care of your health. Prevention, early detection, which is key. So I want you to think of all of these things, because whereas we tend to enjoy ourselves, we want to make it our priority, mark our dates because we have to go to carnival and we have to save for our costume for the whole year. Are we doing the same for our health? Now, I am saying that I saw the ad for Amisma, and watch me. I'm saying Amisma will not pass me this year, not a bit, no matter the cost. You see the level of thinking? So, that's the same level of thinking we need to have when it comes to our health, making our health our priority. So $300 a ticket, I'm already thinking, if I save at least $20 every week, it will put me halfway through in saving for Amisma. I'm already thinking of what I need to cut costs on. So you see the level of thinking and where our priority lies sometimes. Carnival ended this weekend. So from next week, we're already saving for the following year for Carnival. But we need financial health too. And if you're getting all of that for free, then you need to save up for other stuff, health-wise. Just like you can make other things your priority. So for those, you will not be able to get it free, or you might get it at a low cost, then you might be willing to pay for it. Or you might not find it a problem to pay for it. And that's what we need to start understanding. Certain things go hand in hand health-wise. So we spoke about the mammogram. We spoke about the colorectal screening that is free of charge. The mammogram is free of charge. The pap smear is free of charge. Now we're going to speak about the PSC, the prostate test. Free of charge. Offered at Soufriere Hospital and Lafag Wellness Center in our region. For our men over the age of 40. Now, mind you, when I speak to the men about it, all of them tell me, oh, my pee still shooting. I still have all my... That's not about that. It's about screening, seeing where you're at, and use it as a marker for years to come. What do I need to do? Do I need to take additional supplements? If my results come and the doctor sees it and they recommend medication, what should I do? These are the things we need to think of. Make it our priority to come in, get the voucher, and to do the PSC. It is being done, the blood test is being done right there at the Soufriere Hospital, as well as Lafag Wellness Center. Lafag Wellness Center is on a Wednesday, every Wednesday. Now, I want you all to understand why it is important. I'll give you a story about a gentleman. I've been at him to do the PSA for about, 3 to 4 years. He has been complaining about underneath his belly, his waist. And I've been at him, come. That was when PBF was there. So come and do the blood test, come and do the liver function, the kidney function. Oh, he never have time. Just recently, I think all fall down. Miss, I'm coming and do the test. I'm coming and do the test. When are they offering the test? I said to him on Wednesday, go. Lo and behold, I'm passing by the center. A little after it, he's already there waiting patiently. He sees me, he's waving at me. I am there, I am there. And these are the things you do not wait last minute when it comes knocking at your door to decide to do what is necessary for your health. So the test is there, it has always been there, and when it is no longer available, everybody comes crying. Why is it not available anymore? All of these things. And everybody keep on asking for the PBF test. And I used to say it all the time, take advantage. Now that they're not offering it, and now the doctors are starting to recommend it for persons, they're after me. Are they still doing the test? Why are they not doing it anymore? But it has been there for so many years, for about 2 years or 3 years. And persons were not taking advantage of these tests. They find it too troublesome to come and sit and wait their turn. And now it is not being offered. Some persons are crying blood because some persons understand the importance of those tests. And those tests at the time helped so many people that were undiagnosed with certain medical conditions that were not showing signs and symptoms. And through these tests, they were able to, do early intervention before anything can happen. And that's what I'm saying. These services are free of charge. Why are we not taking advantage of these services? Why do people feel that last minute, when things get worse, that's the time they want to come in? Some of them still impatient. They do not want to wait. And they want the test now for now, and the results now for now, like they say. Because they have to bring the results for the doctor because they realize something is going on. But it does not always work that way. These services have always been there. From the time it started, we have been talking about it. It's almost a year now, and we're not seeing our men coming to our men's health clinic and to get the PSA done and to sit down and speak to our doctors. So all of that we need to pay attention to. Now I'm saying that because I'm expecting both men and women to come in and ask about these services. At least you know where you stand. And I'm thinking, in our community, we have parents, we have husbands and wives, children. You can provide that level of support to all. Provide that level of support. The same way you could have a girls' night out. The same way you could have a girls' time to all of you go and do your pap smear and your mammogram together. Provide that level of support. You carpool. All of you are going to do your mammogram together. The same way all the guys can go to an activity together, or you have, You can make time to stop by a bar together after work. The same way you can make time to come to the men's health clinic or to go and do the PSA. And you have that option whether you want to bring the results back to the men's health clinic or to see your private doctor or to get a second opinion. So, but what is your priority? We already half the year. If you had that as a New Year's resolution, have you done it? What are you waiting for? And that is the question you need to ask yourself. Do not wait when it's too late. Like I've been begging Erland to come to my men's health clinic. Do not wait when it's too late.
Every first and last Wednesday.
You know, you hear him? Every first and last Wednesday. I've never seen him one day. So you understand the importance of taking care of your health and making your health your priority. And many of us leave our children behind because early detection, we don't have any early detection, we wait last minute. And young children at that, these things happen. Some of us don't save money for our health. Some of us do not have medical insurance. So all of these things you have to, because health is a holistic approach. And we need to think of all of these things. These are free services that are being offered. And I want you to understand these things because I've been saying it. I've been saying it for such a long time. And sometimes sometimes people come and speak to you. Some of them are so happy that they did it because all the time they thought it was such a big issue. Like, it's going to take so much of their time. They don't want to know the results. What if I actually have cancer? What if, I have signs of cancer? And some of them procrastinate. But some of them, when they go through and the situation one step at a time, they feel so much better. And they see improvement. They see that they're finally getting somewhere and they can live their life normal. It goes a long way to see the smile on both men and women's faces. Of course, you're going to see some sadness on their face, some facial expression. Sometimes you feel their pain. It hurts sometimes to see persons who, after they've gotten their results, some persons take it and, run and do all what they're supposed to do. Some people keep it behind. Different people deal with these issues differently. That is why we have the mental health unit. After you've taken these tests and things might not have gone the way you expected it, you can always come to our mental health clinic, speak to our mental health nurse. We have the psychiatrist. They can make recommendations for you and take it from there. Because persons, after they've gotten their results, I think they need some counseling. Not to scare anybody, but these are the things that happen. So having said that, I want to encourage everybody to come in and to ask, inquire about all of these services that are available, or you can always go on the UHC website. Is there a website? Most probably, or the Ministry of Health, Facebook, and so on, and take it from there. Yeah? Now, another thing I have is an announcement. Our PHC unit, community nursing, have asked me to ask all parents, as it is summertime, that the children are at home, to bring their children for vaccines. Those who have not gotten the vaccines to come in to get their vaccines. If you have any issues and concerns as it relates to the vaccines, come and speak to our nurses. Do not stay home. Let them know. Yeah? And for all the ladies who came to do their pap smears, please come and get your results. You have already taken the first step to doing the pap smear, which means you are very brave. Come and get your results. You might be surprised there's nothing to be concerned about. Or if there are concerns, it can be just treated with medication. Who knows? But doing the pap smear and not coming for your results, it's not a nice thing. Nurses have been saying that the results are there, and persons, especially at Soufre, come in for your results. Make some time to come in for your results. Yeah? Having said that, I would like to wish everybody a wonderful week, accident-free. I know there are a lot of activities. Be mindful of the level of alcohol that you consume, and be mindful there are many other drugs that are available that can impair your judgment, that can cause harm to the body. Do not leave your drinks unattended, or don't accept open drinks from people, no matter who it is. I can tell you that. So be mindful of all of these things. Yes? Do not drink and drive or stay up late and feel you can reach home. Get a designated driver. Yes? Now, having said that, I would like to say thank you to all our listeners. Next week, we will be having mental health coming on the show. We have a very interesting topic. Nurse Alfred will be there. And I'm hoping that one of the things we really emphasize on is our people's mental health. And we need persons to understand. We need to understand all of these things, especially the mental health aspect. How you deal with it, your coping mechanisms, and so on. So again, thank you so very much for listening, and see you next week, Monday.